Real quick,
and welcome, Chinook fans. We are back after an off day on Wednesday. We are back in Matsu as your Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks face off against the Matsu Miners. I'm Caleb Duarte, joined by Ryan Beck. Ryan, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. It's gorgeous outside. Nice heat of about 65 degrees.
Yeah, Eagle River Chinooks face off against the Matsu Miners. I'm Caleb Duarte.
So I'm definitely looking forward to watching some high-caliber baseball here on a nice sunny day.
And that is right. It's going to be a wonderful day. It's sunny. It looked like it might be raining today, but the sun has come out, and hopefully that means it shines on this Chinook team that needs a little bit of sunshine in their batting lineup and their pitching. But hopefully that comes to fruition tonight. Tonight, the Matsu Miners, the home team, coming to this game 7-1. Ryan, they won last year. Is this team 7-1? What can we expect from them this season and tonight, as they've been, except for a 4-3 loss, they've been dominating so far?
I mean, they've definitely been a pretty dominant force in the league this year, but maybe it's a hot start, and there's always the chance that they could come crashing down. But, I mean, as of this point, it's been great fun to watch them at least. And, congrats to that start. But in the end, this is baseball, and the season's long, so let's see how they do and get to the finish.
That is true. And here's Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks coming to this game 1-5. So a little bit of a rocky start, but hopefully that changes their fortunes tonight. Your Chinook lineup in center field, leading off is Micah Prees in the 2-hole. In the right field again is Levi Gilcrease. Batting third is the DH, Justin Gomez. Aaron Shackelford, the shortstop in the cleanup hole. Batting fifth is Brandon Mitchie, playing second base tonight. The catcher, down in the squat, Adam Roges. Batting sixth. The seventh hitter is Luke Coffey, playing first base. And the eighth spot is Jeremy Johnson, making his Chinook debut in left field, and closing it out at ninth is Alex Schmitz, the Ola Roberts, third baseman. On the hill tonight, the Miners is Josh Green, pitcher from southeastern Louisiana. He puts that strike for the first pitch of this game to Micah Prees. This past season at southeastern Louisiana, Green, as he misses down low for ball one, pitched in 17 games with an 0-2 record and just 2 starts. Just finished up his sophomore year. Going to be a junior there next year out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Stands at 6'2", 205 as he throws to the Chinook center fielder. Swinging and miss by Prees. Making a 1-2 count now. Prees actually leads the Chinooks in batting average so far with a .333 batting average. And Ryan, apart from Prees, the offense has been struggling. But like you said, this is baseball, and any day is a new day, especially when it comes to baseball. As Prees fouls that off the third base line.
Absolutely. I mean, baseball could be, and it comes in waves. At some point, you're going to hit. There's going to be highs and lows to it. But, I mean, there's always the chance to rebound. Every game is the opportunity to, come back.
And not off to a good start there as Prees swings and misses for a first batter strikeout for Josh Green on the mound.
Right field number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Levi Gilcrease now, the Baylor right fielder, comes to the plate for the Chinooks. But like Brian, you were saying, all it takes is one good game for the bats to wake up and just roll with it. And that's what we're hoping to see tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, it could come at any time. I think it's going to come at some point.
And a swing and a miss by Gilcrease. That's something we've seen in baseball all the time. I mean, when teams go on these win streaks or even just a good hitting streak, it all starts one game. And then hopefully, like I said, we see that tonight as Gilcrease is going to foul it off to be in a quick 0-2 hole. But no matter what, I think the most important thing we want to see and continue to see from the Chinook team is the passion. And hopefully that continues to be on display tonight as Green, the 0-2 pitch to Gilcrease, just misses up high for ball one. Justin Gomez, the DH, on deck for the Chinooks. 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. Assuming that was a 1-2 pitch. And with that ball, it's going to be a 2-2 count now with a 1 away in the top of the first. Two-two pitch. Josh Green into his windup, the pitch. Gilcrease fouls that off the third base line. That's something we've seen a lot lately, is a lot of high pitch counts. And when it comes to a lot of battles going on the plate.
Absolutely. I mean, for all offenses, that's what you want to do. You want to try and take that pitcher deep in the count, get his pitch count up, get him tired.
As Gilcrease rips that to short to Bull over there. And Ryan, it's kind of the same narrative. A lot of hard hits. Not finding open grass.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was a well-stroked ball. I mean, it's unfortunate that the shortstop happened to be right there. But definitely a good connection with it. It's definitely there. I'm looking forward to seeing when that ball does hit open grass.
As Gilcrease has not had the chance to really show off his speed around the base pass, as Gomez watches that one in for ball 1. Aaron Shackelford on deck, the shortstop, hoping to get on base tonight as Gomez over to the second baseman, Shania. Shania flips over to the first baseman, Blake Benefield, and that's going to do it as the Chinooks go down in order. 1, 2, 3, no hits and no runs for the Chinooks. When we come back, Mike Batten on the hill tonight for your Chinooks. And as we head to the bottom of the first, Mike Batten, the Southern Wesleyan right-hander on the mound for the Chinooks, making his second start. Got a little bit shaken up there in his first start last Friday. They're hoping to change fortune tonight as Quinn Cotton, the left fielder from GCU, steps to the plate and watches that one inside for ball 1. Outside for ball 2.
Lately, it's been pretty cool getting to know Mike, as I do tend to ride with him wherever we go. See, pitches that one high for ball 3. And it's always cool getting to know him. He loves to hunt, loves to fish. One of his favorite things to do is to sit up in his tree stand on his property in Georgia. They have his family owns about 200 acres. And he puts that one in there for strike 1, making it a 3-1 count. But he loves to hunt, loves to fish, hunts in Georgia, and definitely enjoys his experiences over there.
As Cotton, with a 3-1 pitch, singles that out to center. And the Miners have a leadoff base runner. And as Ryan was saying,
Now
Mike
gonna
Batten
go
is
for your
definitely a man's
Matthew
man
Ryan,
out there on the
shortstop
mound.
number 15,
I think
Austin
that's not a common
Rowe.
trend amongst our players.
Yeah, we have quite a few large human beings on our team.
Stands at 6'4", 6'5", with shoes. You know, he's not that big, but when he's on that mound, going up against these hitters, he's an intimidating presence. As he now has to work with the leadoff base runner, Austin Bull, the switch-hitting shortstop out of Grand Canyon University, the premier institution of Arizona. I did make that up. Batten throws over to first. 1-0 pitch to Bull. Cotton leads off first. In there for strike one. Batten, 1-1 pitch, nobody out, bottom of the first. In there for strike two. That's how you wanted to see Batten. Getting off to a good start here. Facing a 1-2 count now as the shortstop. Throws back over to Cotton at first. And when we were playing these guys last week, we saw Cotton was not afraid to pull that one. To pull the steal. 1-2 pitch from Batten to Bull. The pitch. And that's hung up there, and Bull just able to make contact. You know, when I was here, I heard that same story about Batten. His favorite thing to do was just sit. And what'd you say it was?
He sits up in his he sits up in a hunting blind.
You know, that just doesn't seem fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. I enjoy it a lot. It's very relaxing and exhilarating when you get a good view to walk by.
I mean, I guess this is my city boy coming out of me. I mean, I've gone to Arkansas and Yellowstone a few times. But I'm not one for hunting, as Batten misses a pie for ball two.
Hunting is definitely an acquired sport.
It definitely is. It's a game of patience. As Batten is outside to load the count full. You know, one thing I have admired about hunters is just how, you know, they pride themselves on everything. Whether how big or how many or kills that is. You know, it's something that I can definitely see as a baseball player, having that attitude can definitely come into play here. As Batten, as that's hit to the third baseman, Schmidt. Schmidt goes over to Mitchie at second, and Mitchie can not get the ball over to first. And that's going to be double play as the ump seems to signal.
I think it was an obstruction call on.
And that is absolutely correct.
And I think it's the new sliding rule that they were putting into effect there as
Now that
Cotton was headed in.
center field number
And
2, Justin
went in the
Hammond.
slide and took out Mitchie as he was going and attempting to cause him to fall and stumble. So he couldn't get the throw over to first, but by rule, if that's what you're trying to do in order to get the batter to first base safely, then that batter is considered out as well.
And that's something we have seen implemented in the majors, where basically if the shortstop or second baseman receives the throw and tries to go for the double play over at first, as that one singled out to Mitchie, and that gets just under his glove, as that was Justin Ammons, the center fielder out of Tennessee. But to finish up this point, if whoever's covering second, if he receives that ball and turns to first, if his throw is at any way obstructed by the runner, basically in this case, Mitchie's legs were taken out, both runners will then be called out, as Ryan was explaining there. Anyway, now Ammons gets on first with that infield, single out to center, and Andy Thomas, the Baylor catcher, now comes to the plate with 2 away and 1 on and bottom of the first. Batten looks into his catcher, Rojas, throws back over to Ammons. And speaking of steals like we were with Cotton, Ammons, the Tennessee athlete, is not afraid to pull the trigger on a stolen base. So he takes his lead over there at first. Batten, 2 away, bottom of the first. Misses down low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch coming up now for Batten. Looks into Rojas. Goes back over to first. Playing first tonight, getting his experience out there is Luke Coffey. And if that sounds not familiar, that's because Luke Coffey, for the most part, is playing third base this season for the Chinooks. But John Groth, the head coach for the Chinooks, asked him if he could play first. Luke Coffey, as every baseball player should, if the coach asks you if you play position, said yes. And he's over there now. He was actually talking to me earlier. It's actually easier for him to play first. He was excited to get the opportunity because he's been getting a lot of hard-hit balls over there at third. Now, hopefully, he can get a little bit of a light work over there as Schmitz is over at third tonight. 2-0 pitch coming up with 2 away in the bottom of the first. There's a swing and a foul tip by Thomas, the catcher. On deck is Blake Benefield, Middle Tennessee first baseman. Hoping to have some hacks in this inning. Two away, bottom of the first. Justin Ammons takes his lead off first, batting. 2-1 pitch. As that is roped to right field, and Gilcrease is going to field that, and Ammons is going to hold up at second. And Thomas has a 2-out single to put runners on first and second for the first baseman, Blake Benefield.
Your first baseman, number 34, Blake Benefield.
From Middle Tennessee University.
No hits are allowed in the stadium.
Now Batten is going to have to work with 2 runners on here and a runner in scoring position, which is Justin Ammons over there at second. Benefield looks at the mound as Batten throws that one high for ball 1. Batten in his first game, it was the game we know as the sprinkler game, struggled in the beginning, but once he found his footing, he allowed 1 run in the the bottom of the first, as he misses up high for ball 2. Once he got out of the first, he did find his groove there, and was able to settle in and hoping to get out of this first inning unscathed, with only a couple hits to his name. 2-0 count, 2 away, bottom of the first for Batten. The pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. Good stop by Rojas to keep the runners from advancing to second and third. The 3-0 pitch for Batten. Has to get this one in here. If he doesn't, in risk of loading the bases. And he does that so, as Batten misses up high for ball 4. And Austin Dennis,
Now stepping to the plate,
the Middle Tennessee third baseman,
number 4,
is
Austin
going to get his
Dennis.
chance to hit with bases loaded here.
And as a side note, the program prize tonight is a gift certificate to Gorilla Fireworks. 4th of July is coming up, so you better buy a program.
2 away, bottom of the first, bases loaded for the Miners. Austin Dennis steps to the plate now. Austin Dennis hitting .267 so far, as Batten puts that in there for strike 1. Austin Dennis, one of the lone people so far to actually have a home run in this league.
Yeah, there's not very many this year.
And it has only been 6 or 7 games for these teams, but it is a little odd to only see 1 or 2 from each team. Is Batten. And that's it out in the center. Preece is going to have to give chase out there, and Preece dives and makes the catch to save a couple runs for Mike Batten, the pitcher. And Batten's going to give him a high five when he comes into the dugout. And after an impressive catch by the Point Loma Nazarene center fielder, we leave the bottom of the first still at 0-0 when we come back in the bottom of the second.
Few other announcements, man.
The Chinooks
There are
back out to the
wheelbarrow
plate.
full
And we're back here in the top of the second after an impressive catch by Micah Prees, the center fielder, to keep this game at zeros into the bottom of the first. Aaron Shackelford, the shortstop from the Masters University, steps to the plate as he takes that one for ball one on the outside. It's been good getting to talk to Shackelford these past few days when he comes up here. He's such a good guy to talk to and such a good, godly guy, as that's especially what you like to see for this league here and for what we stand for at Athletes in Action. And he now faces a 2-0 count by Green. That one's in there for strike one. Two-one pitch, and Shackelford rips that foul. They're the third base line, and looking down that third base line, that's a pretty packed house here for the Matsu Miners tonight.
Definitely, probably well over 1,000 people here at Herman Brothers Field, which is not uncommon for Matsu. There is not a whole lot of extracurricular activities to do in here.
And Shackelford, not happy about the call, strikes out looking.
Coming to the plate for the Chinooks, second base, number 9.
As Brandon Mitchie, the second baseman, steps to the plate now for your Chugiak Chinooks. And Shackelford walks back to the dugout, still not happy about that call. And we've seen that a lot by Chinooks and the other teams as well. Not happy with some of these strike zones, but as Ryan and I have emphasized several times in this season, doesn't matter what the players think, only the man behind the catcher. That's the only opinion that matters, as Mitchie fouls that one off to make the count 0-1. Adam Rojas, the catcher, stands on deck, hoping to hit with some base runners. As Green couldn't get that one down and hangs that for ball one. One away, top of the second. 0-0 ball game. Green into his windup. And the pitch. Mitchie watches that one low for ball two.
There are definitely quite a few people here tonight. It's always fun to watch a lot of people come to these games, get excited about Alaskan League baseball.
As Mitchie fouls that one off the plate to make it 2-2. And that is something to be excited about, seeing these. I mean, these guys, they're up here for the summer, not at home. I mean, yeah, they're 20, 21, 22, but it still means a lot to them seeing fans and supporters.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's always a part of the competitive atmosphere when you have lots of people, whether or not they're cheering you on or someone else.
And Mitchie strikes out swinging there to make it 2 away now after back-to-back strikeouts
Catch number 15
for Josh Green.
Rojas.
To continue on that point, like Ryan was talking about, just seeing these people in the stands, you want to put on a show for them.
Absolutely.
And it definitely is easier to, let's use the home run analogy. It's easier to hit a home run probably if there's 1,000 people watching you than nobody. But then you could say that's pressure. But for these guys playing, we've some Baylors and some USCs, and no matter where you're from.
I mean, some of these crowds to some of these guys
are nothing.
They're used to performing in front of quite a few. It's always interesting to see how different guys will handle pressure like that. It's always, everyone handles it a little differently when people are
That's
watching.
very true. One of my favorite parts about being up in the press box is getting to dive into these players as Rojas holds up to make a 3-0 count. Just interesting to see where the schools and we've seen every team other than Peninsula Oilers, and we'll go up there later in the month of June. But it's fun to see what schools are represented here, and we see a lot of Tennessees and GCUs and USCs and Baylors and some Oklahomas, and it's good to see the diversity amongst the colleges represented. As John Grove, the third base coach and head coach tonight, your Chinooks, goes and talks to the umpire. Now, Ryan, what do you think he's having a conversation about down there?
Probably just, I think it could just be the count. Well, never mind. I don't think it is.
And that's a 2-1 count, and I could have swore it was a 3-0 count, but apparently the ump called the strike anyway. As a swing and a miss by Rojas. Evens the count, 2-2, 2 outs, top of the second. And Rojas Has to make contact here to stay alive. Green looks into his catcher. Thomas, the pitch. And that's it over to the shortstop, Bull. Bull fields that, throw it to first in time. And the Chinooks go down 1-2-3 for the second consecutive inning. And when we come back, the Chinooks are going to be in the field as the Miners come to the plate. And as we come to the bottom of the second, Preston Pavlica, the Grand Canyon University right fielder, comes to the plate. Pavlica, so far in this 2017 ABL Summer League, is hitting .357, with 7 RBIs to his name, in 9 games played, as Batten is out there on the mound once again for the Chinooks, misses up high for ball 1. Pavlica 10 for 28, has scored 9 times, 1 double to his name, has been walked and struck out each 4 times. As Batten puts that one in for strike 1 to even the count 1-1 now. On deck is the DH Zach Sharpley, taking a rest from his normal catcher's position. Batten the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Pavlica. Making a 1-2 hole for the right fielder now. One-two pitch from Batten. Swing and a miss by Pavlica as he's down on strikes, and Batten off to a good start here in the bottom of the second. Like I said, Zach Sharpley, the DH from USC. And as Ryan and I were talking about in the last half inning, it's interesting to see these colleges, and one that definitely strikes out to you is the University of Southern California. USC, typically known for their football, has put together a good baseball team and program these past few years, as Batten puts that one in for strike 1. Batten the 0-1 pitch, 1 away, bottom of the second. And that one's hit right back to Batten. Batten fields it, then drops it, but picks it back up. The throw over to Coffey, and a quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting for your Matthew Miners, second baseman, number
9
5,
hitter.
Brandon Chinea.
Brandon Chinea, the second baseman, now comes to the plate for the Miners. Brandon Chinea from the University of Tennessee, hitting .292 this year so far. Through 7 games played as Batten. And Chinea dropped the butt down, but fouled it off. Chinea, 7 for 24 so far to be concluded with a .292 batting average. On deck is the top of the order for the Miners, Quinn Cotton. 0-1 pitch for Batten, the pitch. In there for strike 2. And Chinooks now faces the quick 0-2 hole in Batten. 1 strike away from having a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. 0-2 pitch, 2 away. Bottom of the second, pitch by Batten. And Chinooks grounds that right back to Batten. Batten flips to Coffee. And the Miners go down in order, 1, 2, 3.
We have some more sponsors.
And as we head to the top of the third, no runs scored for either side. So the Chinooks hope to take the first lead of the game when we come back at the top of the third. Top of the third now for your Chinooks up to the plate as Luke Coffey takes a strike 1 looking. Luke Coffey playing first tonight, moving over corner to corner from his usual third base post. As Coffey quickly watches 2 strikes by and an 0-2 count now for the pitcher Josh Green. Top of the third, Josh Green, the 0-2 pitch. Coffey fouls that off the right field line. Oh, 2 pitch once more. The Miner right-hander. As Coffey gets some wood on that, as Green has it and then bobbled it, but throws over to the first baseman Blake Benefield, and that's now 1 down for the Chinooks.
Now batting for the Chinooks.
And Jeremy Johnson, the outfielder from Auburn University, making his Chinook debut. And Ryan, you said you've been watching some film of him. What can we expect here from Johnson?
He's an avid hitter, and he's definitely got a glove to boot, which is awesome to watch. It's fun watching him in the super regionals, and how some of his at bats there. It was really cool. He pushed late counts and such, and he takes that one out there for ball 1, making it a 1-1 count now. And it was really cool just watching him battle with the pitcher a lot. Oftentimes he'd come out with a base hit or a double or something like that, which was awesome.
Johnson watches that one outside to make it a 2-1 count. And the catcher, Andy Thomas, goes out to talk to his right-hander, Josh Green. Two 2-1 pitch to the Auburn outfielder as he's going to pop that one foul. Teaming up to count 2-2. 1 away, top of the third. No runs scored on either side, Miners or Chinooks. 2-2 pitch. And Johnson right back to Green once more. Flips over to Benefield, and that's 2 away now for the Chinooks.
Now batting for the Chinooks, third baseman number 11, Alex.
And Alex
Schmitz.
Schmitz, with Oral Robert, third baseman, steps to the plate for the Chinooks. Hoping to start something of a 2-out rally here. Two-away, top of the third. Green to Schmitz. As Schmitz watches that one high for ball 1. 1-0 count. Again, watches one high is Alex Schmitz. To make it a 2-0 count. Green looks in, 2-0. In there for strike 1. Green so far has been pretty impressive. Not just on the mound, but fielding-wise as well.
Absolutely. He's knocked a couple balls down and executed him for getting out.
And Schmitz fouls that one out. Now, Ryan, I'll be honest, I did not expect such a sunny day.
Well, it's been cloudy and raining for the past 5 days, and now the sun comes out, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
There's another foul by Schmitz. Well, Ryan, like you've told me, the weather can be, and even just looking at the distance, I see gray clouds, or at least I did. Only probably about 45 miles away.
With the mountain ranges around, weather systems will essentially just play ping pong. As Schmitz takes that one high, swinging and missing, and that'll end the inning for the Chinooks.
All right, fans, it's that time. Pull out those red tickets.
The minors coming into play. Stay tuned.
First grade.
And as we're back in the bottom of the third, the top of the order for the Matsuit Miners, Quinn Cotton steps to the plate to face the Southern Wesleyan right-hander, Mike Batten. As Batten misses high for a ball 1. Batten so far has been good in this game, keeping good control, and has had some balls ripped right back to him as that one is going to be lifted to the right side and continues to fly out of play here. Seeming to count 1-1 on that foul ball for a strike there. Austin Bull, Quinn Cotton's GCU teammate, stands on deck, hoping to hit with a base runner here. Batten, the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to hit Cotton in the left shoulder, and that's going to put a base runner on for the shortstop, Austin Bull. And the umpire going to make sure that didn't hit the butt of Cotton's bat, as it did make a rather loud noise. And now John Groth, the Chinook manager, going to have a word with the umpire here. But Quinn Cotton was wearing an elbow guard, so that could be where that sound came from. It did sound like a clink. As Ryan, I don't know if you heard the same.
Yeah, it sounded quite similar to what the sound of a ball hitting a bat would, but I think it's a little bit, it happens so fast. ball's coming at close to 90 miles an hour. You have less than a second to react to it. I think that's what they're going to go with.
As we have no instant replay yet in the Alaska Baseball League. I'll get there one day.
Anytime you're willing to send donations to the Alaska Baseball League,
yeah, we'll start a GoFundMe for it.
We'll fully televise these games. Enjoy that.
Well, I think we can. Ryan and I both will say if there's ever fully televised, you can count us back.
Oh yeah, that'll make everything interesting.
To be broadcasters for that. As Batten now faces Austin Boole. Bottom of the third here. Throws back over to Cotton. Batten pitches to Boole. And Boole laid the bunt down to pull the back as Batten puts that one in there for strike one. And this is a very tough part. Now, obviously, it's the top of the order. But this lineup here, especially the middle of the order, could do some damage for the Miners.
Absolutely. They have some strong bats in their lineup. And head coach Ben Taylor, standing over there in the third base coaching box, is of almost the same crazy mindset as Coach Groth and willing to bunt and move over. And Bull showing bunt again. And Batten's going to make the pick move to first base.
As a Bull,
be safe.
Now Bull put that one down rather early. So Schmitz, the third baseman, going to be playing a little bit aggressive over there. Cotton takes the lead at first. Bull, the bunt already down. Misses down low as Batten, keeping the count 1-1.
Definitely not afraid to show the bunt. They're not going to even wait till he's in his motion. But the infield now is ready. And depending on where the bunt is, there could be a chance for the throw to second to try and get the lead runner if Cotton doesn't get a good enough jump.
Cotton's speed, that's going to have to be a rather deep bunt or an impressive field by the Chinooks. As Cotton's going to steal, throw by Rojas to the shortstop Shackelford, lays the tag, and that's going to be an out as Cotton is caught stealing. One away now for the Chinooks. Rojas had to bounce that, but Shackelford, the shortstop, an impressive grab and tag motion there.
Rojas put the ball in a good spot, and Shackelford just took advantage of that and made the tag. He was waiting for Cotton when he was getting to second base.
1-2 count from Batten. Misses on the outside for ball two. And even if it has to bounce, as long as it gets there before the runner, we're going to consider that a good throw. 2-2 pitch.
We all will.
As Rojas is able to nail Cotton for a quick one out here with the Chinooks. Is Batten missed on the outside to load the count full. Batten once again going to have to work with a full count. One away, bottom of the third. A 0-0 ball game, full count. Batten. And do his windup, the pitch to the shortstop. As Boole swings and misses foul. Excuse me, swings and pops that one foul. I just want to swing and a miss here.
I think we all do.
At least the guys in blue out on the field definitely do, and us up here in the press box. 3-2 pitch from Batten. Batten's going to miss up high. That's going to put a runner on. With one away, bottom of the third is Boole. Works his way on base. Justin Ammons now the center fielder from University of Tennessee now steps to the plate. Justin Ammons, you want to talk about speed. Can definitely do some damage on the base pass. Justin Ammons hitting .308 so far. 9 games played with 33 at-bats, has gone 11 for 33. Ammons, just like Bull before him, while Cotton was on first. Now Bull's on first. Now Ammons is the one putting the early bunt down. Ammons, you wouldn't expect it looking at his body. Only stands at 5'10", 180, but has one of those few homers, as well as a triple and double so far in this league. And he has a .333 batting average, excuse me. He's been a very impressive hitter in this league so far. An 0-2 hole now, and Ammons is going to have to do some work to increase that batting average. The 0-2 pitch, Batten throws back over to Bull at first. One away, bottom of the third. 0-0 is the score. Batten looks into Ammons. The 0-2 count. And the pitch. And Ammons is going to foul that one on the first base line to keep the count 0-2. Bull takes the lead at first. Ammons digs in the batter's box. Batten digs in on the mound. Another throw over to first to keep Austin Bull honest over there. And these first three hitters here for the Miners, Quinn Cotton, Austin Bull, and now Justin Ammons at the plate. All three have impressive running ability on the base pass.
They do. They're all very quick.
As Batten just misses on the inside, could not get that call to put it at a 1-2 count now. Facing the Tennessee center fielder. Batten, the 1-2 count. Goes back over to first. Nothing going on. Bull slides back safely once again. 1-2 is the count. One out, bottom of the third. Base runner at first. Justin Ammons, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. 1-2 pitch from Mike Batten. Swing and a miss. As that ball is foul tipped in the catcher's glove. That's going to be another strikeout for Mike Batten, as that's going to be now 2 away.
Now to the plate for your Matsu Miners. Your catcher, number 25.
For the Miners here.
Thomas.
Andy Thomas, the catcher, steps to the plate, stands 6'2", 210. A Baylor Bear. I believe they say Sikkim. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. That might be worth looking into.
No matter what the phrase is, he now stands to the plate. Has another throw over to first for Batten. Batten, 2 out, pitch. Up high for ball 1.
And it looks like that is the saying. It was introduced in 1960, and it was introduced with the showing of the bear claw with your hands, and it was kind of like the Auburn War Eagle saying. They show their hand in the shape of a bear paw. They say "Sick 'em Bears," and that's how they symbolize their pride of Baylor athletics.
Well, I knew I was smart at something. So I knew I heard that before. I'm not going to doubt my sports knowledge ever again. Andy Thomas from Baylor steps in, facing a 2-0 count now from Mike Batten. Austin Bull at first. There's a ball 3 on the outside. In this last season at Baylor, in 20 at-bats, Andy Thomas went 9 for 20 with 1 homer and 2 triples, had an .850 slugging percentage and an on-base percentage of .577. And that's high for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to put runners on first and second.
Make some noise
for the Middle Tennessee first baseman,
Blake Benefield.
Benefield, we've seen so far in right field and first base for these Matsu Miners in the 3 games, including tonight that we played them. Blake Benefield started 53 games this past year at Middle Tennessee, as that one's fouled down the first base line. In those 53 games, posted a .261 batting average with 3 homers, 24 RBIs. That did include a game-winning double in the bottom of the 9th on senior day. Now, although he wasn't a senior, that must have been a sight to see. A good memory for those Middle Tennessee seniors. The Blue Raiders. That's an interesting name for a school. 0-1 count for Batten. That's going to be lifted out to the third baseman. Schmitz calls off the shortstop, and that's going to do it. 3 away as Batten works out of trouble.
All right, everyone, pull out those
And when we
red
come
tickets
back,
again.
it's going to be the top of the 4th. Your Chinooks
First
up to the
number,
plate.
977
0-0 is the score after 3.
93
Top of the order now for your Chinooks. As we head to the top of the fourth, Micah Prees, the center fielder, steps to the plate. That's going to be a ball one on the outside. The left-handed hitting center fielder. 1-0 pitch for Green on the mound. Up high for ball two, and Micah Prees is off to a good start this season. 333 batting average before tonight's contest. 2-0 pitch as Prees hits to the second baseman, Chinooks. Chinooks bobbles the ball, and Prees is going to get on base, as that's going to be an error for the minor second baseman. He had it.
Now back for the Chinooks.
Just going to keep it in control.
Levi Gilcrease.
Is Levi Gilcrease. The Baylor Bears, Sikkim Bears, to be found out for sure. In the bottom of the third last inning. Comes to the plate with a runner on. Green into his windup. And Gilcrease put down the bunt sign. And Gilcrease has been used a lot in this sack bunt situation. His growth gives his instructions there over to third once again.
Gilcrease has incredible foot speed and is able to it gives the chance for, if in that sacrifice bunt situation, he could actually make it to first base and still be safe, putting two runners on.
Gilcrease rips that down the left field line. That's trouble for Cotton. Prees is going to round second, comes to third, and Gilcrease has a stand-up double. And now the Chinooks are in business, as that's the first hit of the ball game. And Gilcrease has himself a double to put runners at second and third, nobody out.
Now back to the Chinooks.
And hopefully that's the wake-up call these bats need, as Justin Gomez comes to the plate with nobody out and runners on second and third in prime scoring position. Gomez from Azusa Pacific University is on the plate now for the Chinooks. Green, first time having to go in the stretch, as that was his first hit allowed in tonight's ball game. And he steps off the plate. And so now that can end any talk after 3 perfect innings of a perfect game or a no-hitter. So now Green can just pitch. Down low for ball one. On 0 count, the APU catcher, tonight's DH, Justin Gomez, as Green is going to step up and call out his catcher, Andy Thomas. And this is a critical point of the game. And the pitcher and catcher definitely going to want to make sure they're on the same page here. As you know, obviously with nobody out, you don't want to walk somebody, but it wouldn't be the worst case, as that would put a force out on any base. And with the way Green has been pitching, he definitely can probably work himself out of a bases-loaded situation. But it's not the preferred thing I'd expect for Green, as he throws that in for strike one. Put the count 1-1 now.
Right now is a fantastic opportunity for the Chinooks to turn the hitting on and strike first here in a game against a very tough team, as Gomez fouls that back to the Chinooks dugout, making it a 1-2 count.
You know,
we talk a lot about opportunities, and this would be one of them. Running on second and third, you got two guys in scoring position.
oh, definitely. I mean, we've talked a lot about you have to take advantage, especially when they're not hitting. Just getting the confidence up is so huge, and getting this first lead, especially against the team. I mean, everybody on the Chinooks roster, as Green misses outside for ball two, everybody on a Chinook uniform knows how good the Miners are. I mean, a 7-1 record doesn't happen by coincidence.
No, not at all.
And because of that, if the Chinooks can just get this first lead, whether it's 1 run, 2 run, 3 runs, whatever, it automatically raises that confidence level as Gomez hits the second Chinooks. And that's going to be a sacrifice grounder for Gomez as Prees comes in to score, and Gilcrease to third, and the Chinooks take a 1-0 lead over the Matsu Miners. Just like we were talking about, hopefully that confidence has been lifted as Aaron Shackelford The big hitting 5'9" shortstop comes to the plate, and with one swing of the bat, can increase this lead by 1 run or more. Gilcrease now stands at third. 1 out here, top of the 4th. Shackelford watches that one come in for strike 1. And when you have speed like Gilcrease does at third, and you only have 1 out, you definitely hope if Shackelford can do anything else, just get that ball to the outfield as he fouls that one off. So make a quick 0-2 hole. The left-handed shortstop from Masters University. One nothing lead now after that Gomez sacrifice to score Mike Capriz. Green, the 0-2 pitch, up high for ball 1. And we've seen a lot of pass balls, not so much tonight, but just in this league in general. So Gilcrease definitely has to be on high alert there, and with such a deep backstop here for the Miners Stadium, always have to be on high alert on those base paths. The 1-2 pitch, up high once again to even up the count 2-2, with 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Green looks into his catcher, gets the sign. 2-2 pitch. Shackelford fouls that one off, and he's on it now. Now hoping to just connect and drive it to center here.
Shackelford, if anything, is just going to drive the Green's pitch count way up there as he just continues to battle. He's not going to land out everything. And the Miners' infield is going to come in suspecting a potential bunt.
And with John Groth, the manager, that would not surprise us one bit as Shackelford swings and misses to strike out here, and that's going to be his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. And now with 2 away here, Brandon Mitchie, the second baseman, has a chance to make it a 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. Levi Gilcrease after that stand-up double to put Prees on third, which came in to score. First run of this ball game. Stands on third, hoping to score. Mitchie rips that to second. Shania bobbles the ball again, and Mitchie runs, and that's going to be safe as Gilcrease comes across the plate to score. Mitchie hustled down that line, and the Chinooks, thanks to a mix of Shania's bobbling and Mitchie's hustle, have a 2-0 lead. And Ryan, the Chinooks are in business.
Now back to the
The
Chinooks.
Chinooks bats have come to life,
Adam Rojas.
whether it be bats or foot speed, but
We'll take
they
it.
figured something out, which has been awesome to see.
As Adam Rojas, the catcher, comes to the plate, and Brandon Shania, second error of the inning so far. And actually, he's been, because of his 2 errors, you can say he's been the prime culprit as Rojas, right to the shortstop bull, flips to Shania. That's going to do it. But nonetheless, the Chinooks score 2 on just 1 hit. But no matter how many hits it takes, we will take a 2-0 lead. When we come back, the Chinooks up 2-0 as Mike Batten comes to the hill once more at the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back. And we're back here in the bottom of the fourth. In that top half of this inning, the Chinooks put 2 on the board. And we now hold a 2-0 lead as Mike Batten wants on the hill for the Chinooks as he puts that one in for strike 1 to the third baseman, Austin Dennis. And Ryan, you were talking to me during the half inning. What did that 2 runs just break?
It snaps the 27 scoreless streak that we were on for the past couple
Woo!
games. So I'm very happy that's off.
26.
Congrats to those hitters that were able to pull it off right there. It's good to see the team come together.
And hopefully
Very excited.
we don't stay content as we look to add more and we come to the top of the fifth as Batten misses inside and up high for ball 2. 2-1 count now with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. On deck is Preston Pavlica, the right fielder. 2-1 pitch. Down low for ball 3 with a right-hander Batten. Hitters count now 3-1 to the third baseman. Batten into his windup. The pitch in there for strike 2 to load the count full. And now Batten seems to have found his footing here and is on a groove. 3-2 pitch. Now hit to the third baseman Schmidt. Schmidt fields that. The throw over to Coffey. And there's the 1 away now for the Chinooks in the bottom of the fourth. As Preston Pavlica, the GCU right fielder, steps to the plate.
Now back to the Matsu Miners, your right fielder, number 10, Preston Pavlica.
And Batten puts that one in for ball 1 on the outside. One away, bottom of the fourth. Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead. Pitch from Batten. Swing and a miss by Pavlica. An 0-2 count. Excuse me, a 1-1 count now. 1-1 pitch from Batten. In there for strike 2. Now Batten, 1 strike away from putting 2 outs on the board. And there's a swing and a miss by Pavlica. That's going to be a strikeout once again for the Southern Wesleyan right-hander.
Stepping to the plate for the
He seems to be very comfortable there on the hill for the Chinooks. Zach Sharpley, the DH for tonight's outing, steps to the plate. 6-1 Trojan. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. A pitch from Batten. In there for strike 1. And Batten's one of those guys that once he has that confidence and once he finds that groove, hard to stop him. 0-1 pitch. This is down low for ball 1. Brandon Chinea on deck for the Miners.
Looks like now there's some action in the Miners bullpen.
There's a foul ball down the third base line. And like Ryan was saying, some action going down for the Miners, no action for the Chinooks. And if you look at the hits, you wouldn't expect the Miners to have somebody on. As Josh Green, who started this game for the Miners, has only allowed 1 hit, but thanks to 2 errors by the second baseman Chinea, the Chinooks were able to capitalize, take a 2-0 lead as Batten floats that curveball in to freeze the batter sharply. And there's a strikeout. And that's going to do it for the bottom half of the fourth. And when we come back to the top of the fifth, the Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead. And we're back at the top of the 5th. Luke Coffey up to the plate now for the Chinooks. And the first pitch to Coffey in there for strike 1. New pitcher here for the Matsu Miners, Calvin LeBrun. Calvin LeBrun pitches from the left side. He misses down low for ball 1. Calvin LeBrun from Gonzaga University. 5'10", 175. He puts that one in for a ball 2.
I feel like half the team from Gonzaga is in the state of Alaska right now. So there's some playing for the Bucks.
It seems like it. Jake Beath for the Bucks.
Jake Beath, yeah.
Pete Derkay. As that one's ripped for Coffey. Down the line, foul. That was a shot.
He
Off the
absolutely
bat.
tattooed that ball, and it must have put a dent in the wall just foul. But that would have been trouble had it been fair.
And
Definitely
Coffey
connected well.
gonna pick up his bat. And he definitely did connect well on that one. Now hoping to even it out a little bit more. Now faces a 2-2 count. LeBron into his windup, the pitch. And that's hit to Bull, the shortstop. Throws over and throws a little high, and Coffey is going to be in there safe. Like it started last inning. The Chinooks get a base runner on an air.
Now back to the Chinooks.
That was a high throw by the shortstop, Bull.
Johnson.
And Jeremy Johnson, War Eagle, steps to the plate for the Chinooks with a runner on, nobody out. Top of the 5th. Coffey's going to have to watch his lead on first, facing a left-hand pitcher. Johnson put the bunt down. And once again, we see John Grove going aggressive. And honestly, I have to say I do agree with him here.
Definitely. Just tack on as many as you can as when you have the opportunity. And you have the chance to use the speed of Jeremy Johnson to lay down a bunt, potentially be safe, and move Coffey over to second. He's not going to hesitate.
As LeBron threw back over to first, Coffey slid back safely. 0-1 pitch to Johnson. Throw back over, and Johnson did flinch the bat a little bit, showing his cards a little. It looked like if that ball would have come, Johnson would be bunting once again. The third baseman, Austin Dennis, plays a little bit in now for the Miners as LeBron's going to step off. LeBron appeared in 22 games this past year as a junior. He had 3 saves for the Bulldogs up in Washington. 0-1 pitch. Johnson lays the butt down, takes it outside. The pitcher, LeBron, it's from Phoenix, Arizona. And I would say he's lucky to not to be there, as it's getting up there to 120 later in the week.
That's a little bit too hot.
Ugh. Johnson puts the bunt down, but foul. And now faces a 1-2 count now. The aggressive meter for the manager of the Chinooks, John Groth, is really going to be put to the test here, as if he fouls a bunt off with a 2-strike pitch, that's an out for the batter. So Johnson, if he does lay a bunt down, he's going to have to put it fair. Coffey takes his lead on first, the 1-2 pitch. Nobody out, top of the 5th. The Chinooks up 2-0. The pitch. Johnson swinging. That's hit to Bull, the shortstop. Bull to Chinea. To Benefield, and that's a double play for the Miners. Not what Johnson wanted there. And now Alex Schmidt, third baseman, going to come to the plate. With nobody on and 2 away here.
Number 11.
In the top of the 5th,
Schmidt.
Johnson was able to make contact, but not the right contact, as he grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. LeBron now, nobody on, 2 away. Schmidt swings to that one foul. A 1 pitch from LeBron. And they have for strike 2. The Oral Roberts, third baseman. And LeBron was a little shaky to start this inning, but seems to have found his footing. 0-2 pitch. Outside in the dirt for ball 1. Two away, top of the 5th. Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead. 1-2 pitch from LeBron. Inside for ball 2. And we now have an even count of 2-2 with 2 away, top of the 5th. Leadoff hitter Mike Capri stands on deck. LeBron looks into his catcher. Andy Thomas and the pitch. Schmitz is going to foul that, pop that one up to the right fielder Benefield. Excuse me, Preston Pavlik out and right, and he's going to catch that. And after a base runner for the Chinooks, that's going to do it for the top of the 5th.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got
And
some more
when we come
red
back,
tickets for you.
The Miners are going to be up, down
First
2-0.
red ticket, 9.
Brandon Chinea steps to the plate for the Miners as they have a 2-0 lead now. Batten once again on the hill as that's hit to the shortstop Shackelford. Shackelford takes the throw over to Coffey. That's going to be a quick one pitch out here for the Chinooks. And Quinn Cotton out
Now
of the
comes to
order.
the plate for your Matson Miners, your left fielder, number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Quinn Cotton now steps to the plate for the Miners with the 1 away. One away. The left fielder misses up high as Batten. 1-0 pitch. Batten, the 1-0 pitch, 1 away, bottom of the 5th. Here it comes. This is just high for ball 2.
And it looks like now, on the Chinooks side of things in the bullpen, they are getting someone warmed up. I'll have that name number to you in just a little bit.
2-0 pitch now, coming from Mike Batten. With 1 away, bottom of the 5th. That one's right to the center fielder, Mike Capri, and once again, Quinn Cotton on the base. For the Matsu Miners, his teammate, Austin Bull. Comes to the batter's box with 1 on and 1 out
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, get loud for your shortstop, number 15, Austin Bull.
And it looks now down in the bullpen. Eddie Hyatt, the left-handed pitcher, getting warmed up. But hopefully Batten can get out of this without the help of his bullpen. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Facing the switch-hitting shortstop now. Cotton takes his lead on first. Batten, the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Throws back over to Cotton. Slides in safely at first. One-0 pitch for Batten to Boole. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch coming up for the right-hander, Mike Batten. As that one's fouled down the line. But a strike on the board for Austin Boole, who now faces a 2-1 pitch coming from Batten. One away, bottom of the 5th. Chinooks up 2-0. Goes back over to Cotton. Slides in safely after the tag attempt from Coffey. Chinooks infield in double play position. Hoping to put that into effect here. 2-1 pitch for Batten. Throws to Boole. Swing and a miss by Boole to put the count even at 2-2. One away, bottom of the 5th. Quinn Cotton at first. Boole on the plate. Throws over once again is Mike Batten. As we've said earlier in this broadcast, Quinn Cotton not afraid to put those legs to use and try to steal. He was thrown out by Rojas, the catcher, in his last attempt. And Rojas will be ready once again if he does so in this inning. As Boole just makes contact, fouls that one down the third base line to keep the count even at 2-2. Two-two pitch coming from the right-hander. Goes back over to Cotton once again.
Definitely making sure Cotton's going to stay honest over there on first base. Doesn't want any opportunity for him to go to second, potentially be in scoring position. Cotton's still getting a very aggressive lead.
Batten once again throws to Boole, and he just fouls that one right behind the backstop. Cotton seems to be content over there at first.
You got to be thinking that maybe in Cotton's mind was a past play with Rojas throwing out at second. And is he willing to try and test that arm again to see if he can come out on top? That's all what goes into the calculations of someone trying to steal.
And Batten misses outside to load the count full once again. 3-2 pitch coming up. One away, bottom of the 5th. Quinn Cotton, the speedster left fielder, stands on first. Batten takes the call from his catcher, Adam Rojas. Into the stretch. And the pitch. A swing and a miss by Boole. And that's going to make it 2 away now for the Chinooks. As Justin Ammons, center fielder, steps to the plate, and Chris Beck is going to come to the mound. And I would expect this might be a call to the bullpen for the left-hander. Let's see if Beck does take the pitch. He's going to take the ball from the right-hander, and we're going to have a pitching change here. Eddie Hyatt.
Excellent pitching performance by Mike Batten tonight.
4 2/3 innings. No runs with 4 hits. And Mike Batten is going to walk out of this game and hold his head high. And I think we can say this pretty clearly. The best pitching performance we've seen so far this season.
Absolutely. Just well done.
Curveball was on point tonight.
Eddie Hyatt now takes the reins to try to keep this game where it's at. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back to continue the bottom of the 5th. Pitching change now for your Chinooks.
Number 2,
And
Justin
Eddie Hyatt.
Evans.
And as we know him as Captain Redbeard, owner of the best beard in the Alaska Baseball League, steps on the hill now.
That's never going to get old.
It will never get old. Eddie Hyatt from Charleston Southern University, hometown of Goose Creek, South Carolina, faces the left-hander Justin Ammons. The center fielder Hyatt puts that one in for strike 1. And talking to Hyatt, if you get a chance to ever see him up close, a lot of tattoos, but a lot of stories with those tattoos. And a great man to just talk to and hear his story is another swing and a miss by Ammons. And Hyatt is one pitch away from doing his job to the tee here. 0-2 pitch coming up from Hyatt, owner of one of the best sliders I've seen in person. 2 away for the Chinooks. 0-2 pitch, Cotton at first. As Ammons is going to put that up high. And Johnson's going to have to give chase, and Johnson dives and just misses. That was a good performance and good hustle by the left fielder, but just came up short on that dive.
Just a little bit there.
And that's going to get his Chinook jersey dirty,
Bring out the Tide State pen, as they say.
as my mom would say. 0-2 pitch again coming up for Hyatt. As Ammons was able to connect on that slider there for Hyatt, which is his signature pitch here. And as a left-hand hitter, it's hard to find some room to connect with some wood there. 0-2 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the 5th. Pitch from Hyatt. Here it comes. And Ammons swings and misses. And Hyatt does his job perfectly as he comes in to face one batter. And he gets the strikeout on 4 pitches. And when we come back, the Chinooks are up once again in the top of the 6th. 2-0 lead for the Chugiak Chinooks. Mike Capri is now up for the Chinooks. The top half of the 6th takes that one in for strike 1. And again, Zaga left-handed. Calvin LeBrun. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. LeBron, the 0-1 pitch. As Pre swings and fouls that one to the backstop. Then we get an 0-2 count. And Prees was able to start that 2-run rally to put the Chinooks on the board after he was able to get an infield single on an air when Shania bobbled that one. And Prees looks that one in for ball 1, just missed on the outside. Gilcrease on deck, had a stand-up rip of a double. His last at-bat, LeBrun, 1-2 pitch. It's Prees. Grounds that one to Bull, the shortstop. The throw over to Benefield, and that's going to be out number 1 here. The top of the 6th.
Now back to the Chinooks, right fielder number 10.
Levi Gilcrease now. The Baylor right fielder. Owner of the 1 hit so far for the Chinooks. Pitch from LeBron. Gilcrease, he's going to pop that one up as Quinn Cotton has to back up a little bit. He's going to camp under that one. And that's a one-out pop-out. I mean, excuse me, a one-pitch pop-out for the Baylor Bear.
Now
That's a quick 2 outs for Justin Gomez.
Justin Gomez.
The catcher playing DH tonight steps to the plate. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. Hoping to tack on some more runs. As Gomez watches that pitch come in for strike one from the lefty LeBrun. Oh, 1 pitch. That ball is going to come in on the inside for ball 1. 1-1 count now for the Chinook DH. Swing and a miss by Gomez. Put the count at 1-2 now. 2 away here, top of the 6th. 1-2 pitch for the Gonzaga Bulldog on the mound. Here it comes. That's going to be hit to Shania at second. Shania fields that one cleanly this time. Throw over to Benefield. And that's going to do it in the top half of the 6th. And when we come back, Chinooks hold the 2-0 lead as the Miners come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. And as we are back here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Eddie Hyatt once again on the mound for your Chinooks, facing Andy Thomas, who's in the squat tonight for the Matsu Miners. Hyatt slides that one in there for strike number 1. These left-handed hitters have one heck of a job going up against a lefty pitcher who just owns that slider. That one misses down in the dirt. Teaming up to count 1-1. On deck for the Miners is the Middle Tennessee first baseman, Blake Benefield. Andy Thomas faces Hyatt with a 1-1 count. Now a 2-1 count after Hyatt misses up high. And for Hyatt, we've seen him, we kind of see 2 sides of him. The first 2 outings, he was wild and got rattled easily. But the last 2 times we've seen him have been in complete control and dominant as Thomas fouls that one to the backstop to even up to count 2-2. Hyatt, 2-2 pitch, nobody out here, bottom of the 6th. And there's a pop-up to Johnson and left. Johnson goes over, camps under that one, and that's going to do 1 away out. As Blake Benefield steps to the Miners.
7-2.
Blake Bitterfield now up for the Chinooks. Excuse me, the Miners. It's Hyatt. Puts that one in there. For strike one. One away, bottom of the sixth. Hyatt. Up high for ball one. One pitch coming up for the Charleston Southern left-hander. In the windup and the pitch. That one's ripped to left field. Johnson is going to have to let that one fall in. So he thought about it for a moment. One's going to fall in front of him for a one-out single.
For Austin Dennis.
Austin Dennis, the third baseman, now steps to the plate. As Benefield stands at first after that single to left field. No action going on in both bullpens. As Hyatt looks to finish this inning all by himself here. One away, bottom of the sixth. In there for strike one. On deck, Preston Pavlica, right fielder for the Miners, stands on deck. 0-1 pitch from Hyatt. That ball's ripped down left field, and that one's going to sail foul. That could have been a dangerous at-bat there if that one was able to maneuver its way fair for the Miner third baseman. But nonetheless, Eddie Hyatt in complete control of this at-bat after that foul ball puts the count 0-2, one away, bottom of the sixth. Blake Benefield stands at first. Hyatt. The late kick throws over to first. And Benefield, not one to steal over there at first, but you never know in this Alaska Baseball League. But I'd be shocked if he ran, especially considering it's a left-hander on the mound. 0-2 pitch, just outside, ball one.
Definitely a gutsy move to try and steal a second on a left-hander. They're looking right at you the entire time.
Especially a left-hander that gets to the plate so quick.
Right.
As Hyatt faces a 1-2 count, the pitch in the dirt for ball two. I actually was talking to Hyatt last week, and we got on the topic of stolen bases, and he said he takes that as a little disrespect. Now, obviously, the other team's going to do what it takes to win, but running on a left-hander, Hyatt does not really like that. It's a 2-2 pitch, and that's hit to the second baseman, Mitchie. Mitchie flips to Shackelford. Shackelford over to Coffey, and that's going to be an infield single for Austin Dennis. But the Chinooks do get the lead runner. Blake Benefield, he runs back to the dugout.
Number 10, Preston Pavlica.
Preston Pavlica now up for the Miners with 2 away, bottom of the sixth. 2-0 is the score. And Shackelford tried to do everything he could to get that ball over to first in time. Just was a little behind there. 2 away for Eddie Hyatt. This is outside for ball one. Hyatt takes the sign from Rojas. 1-0 count. Up high, Rojas throws back to first. And Dennis slides back safely. Hyatt now facing Pavlica on a 2-0 count. And Hyatt does not want to lose Pavlica and have to risk putting one right over the plate. As that one's ripped out to left, Johnson has to give chase, and that's going to bounce all the way to the wall. Dennis is going to be held up at third, and there's a stand-up double for the GCU right fielder. And the Miners have runners on second and third, 2 away.
Now stepping to the plate for your match.
Zach Sharpley,
DH number 14,
the
Zach
DH
Sharpley.
steps to the plate now. And after that stand-up double, Alex Crotty, who's playing the role of bullpen catcher, runs down to the dugout to get somebody warmed up. Can't tell who. But right as we find out, we'll let you know. Now, Eddie Hyatt seems to be at least have one more batter here as he tries to get out of this. And that ball's down to the dirt. And here comes Dennis from third to throw to Hyatt. And that's going to be a score. And the Miners are on the board. And the Chinooks cannot keep that one in front of him. Now Hyatt has to work after giving up 1 run here. The Chinooks now hold a 2-1 lead. And Pavlica now stands at third, and here comes Chris Beck, the pitching coach. Should probably do 2 things here. First, to calm Eddie Hyatt down, and second, and maybe most importantly, to give whoever's down there warming up some more time down in the bullpen. And a critical time here is the Chinooks bats. They've only had 1 hit so far. You can say they got a little lucky when they scored those 2 runs because 2 errors happened in that inning. And if this game goes to a tie or worst case, the Chinooks fall behind, Chris Beck, the pitching coach, is going to have to pull out all the stops here to keep this a 1-run lead for the Chinooks. This has a chance to be a huge deciding factor in whoever pulls out on top of this game.
All right, Miners fans. Let me hear one more time.
Zach Sharpley,
Let's get a big round of applause for
designated
Zach
hitter for the
Sharpley.
Matsu Miners, steps to the plate to the tying run 90 feet away. Preston Pavlica, after a pass ball by Eddie Hyatt, 1-0 pitch. Hyatt misses up high. Austin Dennis was able to score on a pass ball like I was talking about. Pavlica was able to come from second to third, and now a pass ball could tie this game up. 2-0 count. 2 away, bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Sharpley. 2-1 count now for the South Carolina lefty. Hyatt takes the pitch. Here it comes. Misses on the outside to make it a hitter's count of 3-1. And Hyatt is in danger of putting right over the plate for Sharpley to just swing at here. 3-1 count, 2 away, bottom of the 6th. 2-1's the score. The pitch from Hyatt. And Sharpley does connect, but sends that one foul to the right field line. And the Chinooks bullpen is in full effect now. As if Hyatt is not able to put away Sharpley, I'd be surprised if we don't see him pulled. But hopefully, Hyatt can put a strike here to get out of this inning. 3-2 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the 6th. Chinooks up 2-1. Hyatt, the pitch. And that's up to center. We have a tie game as Pavlica comes home to score. And quickly, this 2-0 lead's gone, and the Chinooks
Stay
Gonna have
left,
to
big
face
crowd, stepping to the plate. Your
Brandon
second baseman,
Chinooks.
number 5.
as the Miners
Brandon
are not
Chinooks.
done yet. Brand new ball game here, folks. And sadly, that pretty much
And now in the
erases
pitch run
a beautiful,
from St.
beautiful
John,
pitching
number
performance by
12,
Mike Babbitt.
Mike Antico.
As now he will no longer get a winning decision. But more importantly, the Chinooks are now no longer in the driver's seat to a win. And here comes Chris Beck. And that's going to do it for Hyatt, as Hyatt started off well. But as we've seen several times, some of his outings, just lost some command, had some wild pitches. And 2 runs have crossed the plate here for the Miners in the bottom of the 6th. And J.J. Julian, a hard-throwing reliever, is on for the Chinooks, looking to keep this game right as it is, 2-2. We'll be back. Brandon Chinooks up to bat. J.J. Julian, the new pitcher, in for the Chinooks.
Brendan Chugiak.
As we have a new pitcher in for the Chugiak Chinooks, J.J. Julian, the hard-throwing right-hander from Southern Wesleyan University, teammate of the starter of tonight's game, Mike Batten. Has to work as he inherits a runner on first, and that's hit out to right. Gilcrease gives chase and right, and Julian on one pitch gets out of the inning. But the Miners scored 2 runs. And we have a brand new ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. 2-2 tie in this ball game. We'll be back as Chinooks come to the plate in the top of the 7th. Aaron Shackelford now up for the Chinooks here as he lays that one down to the bunt. And that's going to be thrown over to first. And Shackelford has a bunt single to open things up in this top half of the 7th. And Austin Dennis, the third baseman, had no idea that was coming. And I'll be honest, I would never have expected Shackelford to get the call for a bunt. But nonetheless, he lays that one down for successful.
I guess Groth kind of caught the third baseman napping a little bit out there and was able to get the sign in time to Shackelford and was able to execute the bunt.
Now Brandon Mitchie stands on deck, stands up to the plate. With Adam Rogers on deck now, it would not behoove me to see Groth call another bunt to get Shackelford over to second base and in scoring position. The pitch from LeBron. Mitchie swings and misses for a strike 1. Adam Rogers, the catcher, stands on deck. 0-1 count now for the lefty LeBron. Shackelford stands on first after that leadoff bunt single. Goes back over to Shackelford. He runs back there safely. Shackelford did get caught stealing a few games ago. After finding out the story, that was all on Shackelford's own opinion, as he did not get the call from Groth. Let's see what happens here is Mitchie had the bunt sign down. And like Ryan and I were saying, maybe John Groth has the idea of putting Shackelford in scoring position. But now the infield is well aware that a bunt could come at any time and at any moment. And Shackelford is a little bit hesitant to take a big lead as he knows LeBron will definitely throw over there as he throws once again to Shackelford. As I'm pretty sure LeBron is well aware that the shortstop from Masters University has some speed behind him. 1-1 pitch from the lefty. As that one popped up in a center. Ammons gives chase. That's going to be the first out of the inning here as Ammons gets under that one. And Adam Rogers now comes to the plate.
Now stepping to the plate for the Chinooks, catcher number 15, Adam Rojas.
And Adam Rogers steps to the plate now with 1 away, runner on first. 2-2 ball game here. LeBron faces Rogers. Goes back over to Shackelford. To Keep him honest over there. Shackelford takes his lead off first. One away here. Top of the 7th. 2-2 game. LeBron. The pitch. Shackelford stealing. And Rogers hits that to the shortstop. And good thing Shackelford was running. So that might have been a double play.
Now comes to the plate for the Chinooks. First base, number 30, Luke Coffey.
And Luke Coffey, who ripped a liner foul in his last at-bat, steps to the plate with a chance to put the Chinooks up here. And Shackelford stands at second with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. 2-2 ball game as the Miners played 2 in the last half of the 6th. LeBron looks into Coffey, the first baseman. The pitch. That ball's in the dirt. Kept in front by Andy Thomas, the catcher. On deck is Jeremy Johnson, the Auburn outfielder, hoping to have some hacks this inning. 1-0 pitch coming up to the Chinook first baseman, Luke Coffey from Westmont College, located in Santa Barbara, California. 1-0 count, 2 away, top of the 7th. Coffey fouls that one down the line. 1-1 pitch now. And the Chinooks, only 2 hits to their name, have to take advantage of every opportunity they can with runners in scoring position. And luckily they have for the most part this game, and that's why it is a tie game. As LeBron steps off the mound, Shackelford has to go back. Now he takes the lead at second. LeBron, 1-1 pitch to Coffey. In the dirt once again. Shackelford going to come to third. And I don't know why Shackelford ran, as that was a late run. But nonetheless, Shackelford gets caught trying to steal on that ball in the dirt. That's going to take us to the bottom half of the 7th, tied 2-2 as the Miners come to the plate. And as we're in the bottom half of the 7th, J.J. Julian back on the mound for the Chinooks, throws that one in for ball 1 to the leadoff hitter for the Miners, Quinn Cotton. And his teammate Austin Bull stands on deck. 2-2 tie game here after Shackelford was caught trying to advance on a ball in the dirt. That was to no avail. 2-0 count now. Facing the right-handed left fielder. 2-0 pitch. Julian. The windup and the pitch. Up high for ball 3. Three-0 pitch coming up for Julian to Rojas. That's going to miss down low and a 4-pitch walk for Quinn Cotton. And Austin Bull, the shortstop, now comes to the plate with a runner on first after that walk by Julian.
This is
Now batting for your
not the
Map
first
2
time
Miners, your
Quinn
shortstop
Cotton's
number
led off
15,
with a
Austin
small base hitter, just a
Bull.
leadoff walk.
And Cotton is a very dangerous leadoff hitter, as once he does get on base, he can terrorize the minds of starting pitchers with that speed over there at first. And let's see if the Miners manager puts that into effect, as Julian, well aware of that speed, throws back over to first to keep Cotton honest over there. No outs, bottom of the 7th. Quinn Cotton stands on first with Austin Bull. Julian throws back over to Cotton, and Quinn Cotton must feel respected over there, as he's been thrown over several times, and that's the respect you get for his speed. As Cotton takes a big lead, but that's in there for strike 1 from Julian. And we're on steal watch here, as Cotton definitely wants to go and sees the leading run on first. Bull, the switch hitting shortstop. Julian throws once again over to first, to no avail once again. 0-1 pitch coming up for Julian to the shortstop, Austin Bull, teammate of Quinn Cotton, the speedy left fielder who stands on first. Julian into his windup. And the pitch, Bull shows bunt. High for ball 1 to even the count 1-1 now. Alex Schmitz now on third, well aware that a bunt could be coming from the GCU shortstop.
Right.
Julian looks over to Cotton.
With speed, not only at the plate and on first base, there's definitely a very high chance that that does happen. Coach Ben Taylor, with his aggressive tactics, would definitely not shy away from using a bunt situation.
Bull lays that bunt down. Schmitz going to have to come in. Schmitz looks over at second, but takes the safe out, which was Bull at first, and Cotton now stands at second with 1 away. And Justin Ammons, the Tennessee center fielder, comes to the plate now with a chance.
All right, Miners fans, let's hear
With the
all
go-ahead run up
913
here.
of you in the ballpark tonight. Stepping to the plate for the
And the
Miners,
PA
the center
announcer for
fielder
the
number
Miners
2,
just announced the attendance,
Justin Ammons.
915. Ryan, that's a pretty good attendance here.
That is very good.
915 people. But luckily, there are a good amount of Chinooks fans here as well. Julian with 1 out looks into Ammons. Cotton standing on second. The pitch, and that was a curveball that did not break. That's up high for ball 1. Critical juncture of the game here. The way the Chinooks have been hitting the ball, if the Miners can take a lead here, they might be able to keep it that way. But Julian's going to do everything he can to keep this 2-2 game. And Ammons rips that into right center, and that's going to be in the gap. Cotton's going to come around and score easy. Ammons going to come to second. Gilcrease gets that. Ammons is going to think about going to third. He's going to slide back into second. And the Miners take the lead on an RBI double from Ammons. And now Julian's going to have to work
All right, Miners fans, you did good the first time.
out of
but let's
that
see
to
if you
keep
guys
this
can get
game
louder
just
for
at
your
1.
captain, number 25,
As the Miners, after
Andy
that RBI
Thomas.
double, have a 3-2 lead, and the Miners fans now,
They're getting into it a little bit.
and they're in full fan mode now. It has been a pretty low-energy game. I mean, 2 runs on 2 hits for the Chinooks, and the Miners just were on the board, went on the board in the top of the 6th for the first time. Julian looks in to Thomas, the catcher. Up high for ball 1. As Ammons trade spots essentially with Cotton, as he now stands on second, now representing the 2-run lead run. As Cotton scored on that RBI double by Ammons to put the Miners up 3-2. 1-0 pitch from Julian. Misses up high for ball 2. 2-0 pitch coming up for Julian. To Thomas. Swing and a miss by Thomas. For the count 2-1 now. Blake Benefield, the first baseman.
Ladies and gentlemen, $2 burgers. That's a good
Stands
tip,
on
Stan.
deck.
Get 'em while they're hot.
And he's hoping to get his chance.
And save one for Keith.
Put some runs on the board for his team this inning. And Alex Crotty, the bullpen catcher for tonight's game, is going to head down once again in the Chinook bullpen. So we expect action to start any time now for the Chinooks. But Julian hoping to get out of this inning on his own. 2-1 pitch. Misses high. Hitters count now for Thomas. That ball sailed high. 3-1 count now for the Southern Wesleyan right-hander, J.J. Julian. 3-2 lead for the Miners after that RBI double for Ammons, who now stands at second. And there's a swing and a miss by Thomas. Put the count full. And now we have some action down for the Chinooks. And this is all assumption, but I believe that is the 6'7" Scott Smith. And it's kind of hard to mistake a 6'7" right-hander. My eyes have been wrong before.
He is a giant.
But a heart of gold also as Thomas swings and misses, and Julian. And a strikeout there. 2 outs now for the Chinooks. But speaking more about Scott Smith,
Stepping to the plate.
he's been
Your
fishing
first
for about
baseman,
12
number
hours already
34,
in
Blake
total.
Benefield.
Hasn't caught anything, though.
No, he's
You guys can get louder.
not super happy about that.
You know, I'm not much of a fisherman for that reason. It's no guaranteed success. I like success. And if I stand out there for 12 hours, or I guess sit out there for 12
Sometimes
hours.
it's just the experience, though. I mean, Eddie Hyatt, he reeled in a large king salmon the other day, and pictures of it are on social media, but it's definitely impressive. And Benefield flies out to Shackelford, ending the inning, and JJ able to get out of there with just
Ladies
one
and
run.
gentlemen, it's program prize time
And we'll be
for
stay
a
tuned. We'll be
$50
back.
gift certificate to Grill.
And as we head to the top of the 8th, Luke Coffey up to bat for the Chinooks. He was at the plate as Shackelford got thrown out to in the top half of the 7th as he was trying to attempt to advance bases on a ball in the dirt as LeBron puts that one in for a first pitch strike to get ahead of the first baseman Luke Coffey. 0-1 pitch coming up for LeBron. And the windup and the pitch. Coffey thought about it for a moment, held up, and that's an 0-2 count now. And action in both bullpens now as the Miners getting the pitcher warmed up and the Chinooks keeping Scott Smith warming up down there. 0-2 pitch for LeBron to Luke Coffey. That one's going to be fouled on the right side of this stadium. Now, Ryan, remind me of the stadium's name.
Herman Brothers Field.
Herman Brothers Field. Do you know where that comes from?
I want to say it was in memorial for its founders.
That would be a good guess.
Sure.
0-2 pitch from LeBron. On the outside for ball 1 is Coffey. Good eye there to Keep this at bat alive. LeBron has been pretty good so far after inheriting Josh Green. Coffee rips that out to left, and Cotton's going to have to give chase. And that ball is gone for the Chinook first baseman. And that's going to tie things up here as Luke Coffey, with one swing in the bat, ties things up. And once again, we have a brand new ball game as the Westmont College right-handed hitter ties this game up for the Chinooks. And the Chinooks, once again, back in business. And I'll be honest, as that ball came off the bat at first, I did not think it had enough. But watching Cotton out there and left, he just kept going, and that ball was gone. It's 3-3 game now. As Thomas, after he misses down low to Jeremy Johnson, misses down for ball one. And the Chinooks now have 3 runs on 3 hits. And no matter how they score them, they'll take a tie game right now. As Jeremy Johnson hoping to start something to give the Chinooks the lead now. LeBron, 1-0 pitch to Johnson. On the outside for strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Johnson. One-two pitch from the lefty. Johnson just gets some wood on that. Stay alive here.
Johnson still getting used to the Alaska time zone here as he flew in last night. He's starting left field today.
1-2 pitch to the Auburn University outfielder. Takes that one low for ball 2. And Ryan, you were talking about, that's been the case of a lot of these guys. They fly in. Johnson's the last guy to have to fly in, but they fly in and they're right in the lineup.
Right. It can be a little bit brutal with the jet lag here.
And that's on the outside, and that's going to load the count full. Before.
I mean, it's a 4-hour time difference from here to the East Coast, so
that is awful.
Brutal. I mean, for those of you listening in the West Coast, it's about an hour, so it's not too bad. But
Johnson fouls off third baseline. Well, as a native of the West Coast, Bay Area, California to be exact, I have not been able to have that much of a problem sleeping. My Georgia friends, including Scott Smith, who we might see in this game later on, it was a little bit of a difference for him. A 3-2 pitch. That one's inside, and the Chinooks going to have a base runner as Johnson comes back from an 0-2 count to walk. And before that home run, which started this inning and tied this game up, Luke Coffey was hitting 188 with only 1 extra base hit, so that must feel good to get that monkey off the back of the third baseman. Alex Schmitz now up, and now Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the top of the order up and with how Mike Capri's especially has been hitting, it would not behoove any of us to see John Groth tell Schmitz to bunt this one, get Johnson over the second, and let the leadoff guy go.
Johnson's speed, it would be a very viable option. It looks like the Miners pitching coach is coming out to have a chat with his pitcher, whether it be to stall and give the warming up pitcher a little bit more time here, or possibly to change pitchers right here and now.
And the Miners going to have an extended pitching meeting, and we'll see if Natsu Miner pitching coach is going to pull the plug here as the umpire says, hey guys, let me in on this conversation. The Miners are not going to open up the door there. And the ump's going to butt in to finish that, and LeBron is going to stay on the mound. And Alex Schmidt steps to the plate. LeBron, after a leadoff home run for Coffey to tie this game up, issues a walk to Johnson, and the Chinooks are back in business here. And let's see what John Groth, head coach, calls. As the umpire on second is going to have to pause this game to turn the music off. But I don't know, with the way these guys hit with music during batting practice, they might say keep it going.
Especially with country music.
Especially as Schmitz lays that butt down, he pops it up. And well, Ryan, we predicted what was going to happen, but we did not predict the outcome.
No, not.
That was the worst thing that could have happened.
True.
Micah Freeze.
But I guess in this instance, it happens occasionally. You do pop.
Well, that's baseball, but Schmitz, you know, these players, they joke around with how John Grove and his system taking bunts during batting practice, but hey, that's why we take them. As in critical junctures of a game, such as this one, where it's a tie game at the top of the 8th, and you have not been hitting really well, that bunt would have come in handy, but nonetheless, one away here. Still a good position for the Chinooks, especially with the top of the order, Micah Freeze to the plate. Jeremy Johnson takes his lead on first as he gets a throw back over there from LeBron. And Micah Freeze and Levi Gilcrease on deck, hoping to hit in this inning as he roped a double at the top of the 4th. Get things going for the Chinooks to put 2 on in the top of the 4th. And Freeze ropes that to left. Cotton gives chase, and that's going to drop it in front of the left fielder. And Micah Freeze singles to left with runners on first and second now. With 1 away.
Levi Gilcrease.
And the Chinook right fielder, Levi Gilcrease, comes to the plate with a chance to do some damage. And Ryan, this is what we've been hoping for. Because we've seen the potential of these at-bats. But
Gilcrease definitely has the opportunity to do something big here for this baseball game.
As we're late in this game, as 4-3 lead would do tremendous stuff, and the Miners manager is going to walk out and pull the plug on LeBron. You know, LeBron might have given up that home run, but besides that, did a heck of a job coming in from the bullpen. Got a little bit shaken up in this inning, gave up a home run, a walk, and now a single to Freeze. We're going to have a pitching change, I would assume, as new pitcher coming in for the Miners. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back. 3-3 ball game, 1 out in the top of the 8th. And as we come back after a pitching change, Thaddeus Ward from University of Central Florida steps to the mound for the Miners. And this past year at UCF went 4-0 with 2.23 RA at 26 appearances. 36 innings pitched, allowed 36 hits with 33 strikeouts. And the first batter to face him for the Chinooks is Levi Gilcrease, who roped a double at the top of the 4th. And now, if he could do that again, that would be perfect. But the Chinooks just hoping to get a ball in play somewhere where the grass is green. One out here, top of the 8th. Runners on first and second. 3-3 ball game. Gilcrease steps to the plate. Takes that one in the dirt. Ball 1. Critical point of the game. Now, obviously, every run is important in a baseball game, but when you have a tie game and with the way the Chinooks pitchers and Miners pitchers have been, runs have been hard to come by. As for the Chinooks, it's taken 2 errors and a home run to get 3 runs on the board. In the dirt, down low, just missed the dirt. Again, 2-0 count. Facing the Baylor Bear right fielder. And Gilcrease, facing 2-0 count, it's going to get a pitch to hit, it seems like, as Ward definitely does not want to walk. The bases loaded. 2-0 pitch from the UCF Knight. Swing and a miss by Gilcrease. As Gilcrease swinging to put the Chinooks up in this game by more than just 1.
Definitely was a very, very healthy swing right there.
3-3 ball game, top of the 8th. 1 run already scored thanks to a Luke Coffey home run. Ward into his windup the pitch. On the outside for ball 3, Gilcrease for a moment had the bunt down. You know, with Gomez on deck, might be the worst case, but with Gilcrease, he's been getting good contact this game. And facing a 3-1 pitch, might as well let him swing, see if he can do some damage here with a speedy Johnson on second and a good runner on first by Prees. And that's going to be a ball 4. And that's going to be bases loaded now. And the Chinooks, good position here to take the lead, if not blow this game open. As Gomez has some pop, and with the running ability of Johnson on third, if Gomez, worst case scenario, can just get a ball to the outfield, the Chinooks going to have a chance to take this lead in this ballgame. Ward, with the 1 away, bases loaded after that walk to Gilcrease, looks at Gomez. The pitch. Gomez sends that out to center, and that ball is going to be caught, and here comes Johnson. The throw from Ammons. Johnson, the slide. Safe is the call, and the Chinooks take the lead. 4-3.
Johnson, with incredible foot speed right there, was able to beat out the throw, which was in very shallow center field.
Ryan, I know you know aggressive. What was that we just witnessed?
That was Coach Groth knowing the running ability of his left fielder right there, and that is absolutely incredible.
Now,
Only
Ryan,
for a day, he knew the foot speed.
Ryan, we knew Johnson had speed. What guts? I want to know if that was Johnson or if that was Groth.
It could have been. I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
We'll have to ask him after. But no matter what, the Chinooks hold a 4-3 lead as Aaron Shackelford comes to the plate for the Chinooks. And that one's ripped down left field, and that one goes foul. But, Ryan, I'll be honest, that ball looked like it was going to go farther. It must have just hit a wind or something as Gomez got good wood. Ammons had a good chase. Now, it might have been Groth, as Ammons did have to slide to get that. That was a heck of a throw, though, as he popped right up, but Johnson was able to slide in safely to give the Chinooks a 1-run lead. Shackelford is going to pop that one up. That ball is going to be trouble, and that's going to drop and give Shackelford one more try here. What a scene we just witnessed. It's Jeremy Johnson, War Eagle to him. And Ryan, we were talking before the game, I was with Johnson. He was saying, you know what, I'm going to come in here. I know we've been struggling, but I just wanted to make an impact. Well, what a way to make an impact in his first game as a Chinook. Shackelford faces an 0-2 count. He's up there hacking against Ward. He's hoping to extend this lead to more than just 1. Ward, the 0-2 pitch to Shack. Up high for ball 1. One-two count now with 2 away. Pitch from Ward. Shackelford rips that down the right field line. That just goes down foul. And Ryan, Those have been two good hacks that have sailed
Two big
foul.
good hacks that have just barely been foul, and it's definitely proving to Shackelford's just trying to stay alive just a little bit here, and if he can just get it fair, that's definitely going to score a run or two.
Shackelford seems to have figured out this fastball from Ward. Faces the 1-2 count now, and Shackelford hoping to put this ball in the gap somewhere. 1-2 pitch, 2 away. And that ball is going to be lifted to left. Cotton's going to have to give chase, and Cotton's going to be under that, but not before. The Chinooks score 2, as the Chinooks have the first homer of the season by Luke Coffey, and Jeremy Johnson comes home from a sac fly by Justin Gomez on an impressive display of running ability. The Chinooks hold the 4-3 lead, and when we come back, the Chinooks are going to have to hold this lead in the bottom. And as we come to the bottom of the 8th after the Chinooks plated 2 to take the lead 4-3, the big 6'7" right-hander, Scott Smith on the mound to face Austin Dennis, Middle Tennessee third baseman. Smith is on to try to preserve this lead here for the Chinooks. In the bottom of the 8th, one-0 pitch, outside for ball 2. Two-0 count for Smith. In there for strike 1. Smith from Savannah State University and an Atlanta, Georgia native. 2-1 pitch from him. In there for strike 2. Preston Pavlica on deck. And Pavlica, the ABL leader in home runs with 3 of them. And that's a pretty good feat, an impressive one by any means. 2-2 pitch from Smith. That ball's hit out to Gilcrease and right. Gilcrease gives chase under that one, and that's going to be 1 out for the Miners here.
All right, Miners fans, get louder for your right fielder, number 10, Preston Pavlica.
Preston Pavlica now, the right fielder from Grand Canyon University. Steps to the plate. And Pavlica, before this contest, hitting .357. That ball's in there. For ball 1. From Smith. In there for strike 1. And pardon me, Preston Pavlica does not have 3 homers. It's Blake Benefield his Miners teammate. And Smith throws the 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Scott Smith can throw some cheddar out there on the mound. He hangs around 92, 93. He told me he can sometimes get up to 95, but consistently it's 91, 92 range. He steps off the mound, checks his stance.
Which, coming from someone 6'7" on the mound, is absolute gas at this point.
Oh, well, think about if you're a 5'10" hitter. That must be insane as that ball's lifted out to left center. Johnson dives, and the catch. And Ryan.
Another impressive show of speed right there.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Johnson to the plate here, Max the Miners. Your DH number 12.
Johnson, I thought that ball was going to drop, and he even saw Scott Smith on the mound. Take his hat off. Let's give a tip out to left field Johnson. And Johnson making his presence felt in this debut as a Chugiak Chinook. 2 outs now to face Zach Sharpley. And excuse me, no, we have a pinch hitter here. Number 12, Mike Antico, left-hander from St. John's, comes in for Zach Sharpley. He's now will take the DH spot. A swing and a miss by Antico. Smith, the 1-1 pitch, 2 outs. So that was a bunt down. Bunt was down for Antico, but pulled it back in time as that misses for a ball 2. 2-1 count with 2 away, bottom of the 8th, 4-3 lead for your Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. First time ever leading this late in the game in this season. Pitch from Smith. In there for strike 2, and Ryan Smith is in control right now.
Smith has definitely found a little bit of a comfort zone here as he's now 2-2 for Antico.
2-2 pitch from Smith. This is down low to load the count full. Is Brandon Chinea on deck. And Ryan, you were just talking about 6'7", how intimidating that is. This is a 5'10" hitter going up against a 6'7" right-hander. That's hit to Mitchie. Mitchie at second. Over to Coffee at first in time. The 3rd out of this game, of this inning, and we're going to head to the top of the 9th. Your Chinooks in control, 4-3. And as we come back to the 9th, your Chinooks look to add some insurance runs here. 4-3 lead for your Chinooks. Brandon Mitchie up for the Chinooks here in the top of the 9th. As your Chinooks hold a 4-3 lead over the Matsu Miners. And Ward still in there for the Miners. Ward pitch to Mitchie. This is outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. She fouls that off the backstop.
Big swing right there. And it connected well with that ball. Would have made this ballpark look very small.
Because I think any swing of that stature has the chance to make that happen.
The famous words of Ty Beck. It's one of those elevate and celebrate swings.
We're hoping some more of those, not only in just this game, but in this season. And that ball's down for ball 2 to make it a 2-1 count. Ward to Mitchie. Outside. Make it a hitter's count now of 3-1. Three-one count facing the Australian second baseman. Hoping to put a base runner on for Adam Rogers, the catcher. 2-1 pitch. Outside for ball 4. No. And a late strike call. And
Mitchie threw his bat to the dugout, thought it was ball 4. Guess he's coming back.
and that's I'm no umpire. And I'm not saying I can call better than these guys, but I don't know about that call. But nonetheless, 3-2 pitch.
I think that's why you're in the box.
That's why I'm in the box here, as I think I do a lot better here than I would out there. 3-2 pitch for Ward. And Mitchie's going to hit that over to Benefield at first. Benefield throws over to Ward at first. That's going to put it 1 away here. The top of the 9th. And if I'm Mitchie, I'm asking the umpire, exactly how high is your strike zone?
For the Chinooks, catch number 15.
Nonetheless, Adam Rogers comes to the plate with 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Rogers, I'm going to put the bat on the ball here and get his name in the stat sheet for hits-wise. And there for strike 1. A 1 pitch from Ward to Rogers. And there for strike 2. And the catcher, Adam Rogers, in a quick 0-2 hole here. Oh, 2 pitch from the UCF Golden Knight. Swing and a miss by Rogers, but there's a pass ball. And Rogers is going to get aboard on that drop third strike. And good hustle once again by a Chinook. That's going to put a runner on for Luke Coffey, who tied this game up last inning with a solo shot. And we're hoping for the same thing this at-bat. One away here in the top of the 9th. Luke Coffey up to bat against Ward. Rogers, after hustling down the line on a drop third strike, takes his lead at first. 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Pitch to Coffey. Coffey takes that one up for strike 1. Oh, 1 count coming up for Ward here. Facing the Westmont third baseman, playing first tonight for the Chinooks. As Jeremy Johnson, the speedster, is on deck. The pitch. Coffey shoots that in the right field, and that's going to be a single to put 2 on with 1 away here. And the Chinooks looking to be in prime position to add some insurance runs. Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate with 1 away here for the Chinooks. Adam Rogers on second, and Luke Coffey on first after that single to right. Johnson. Pitch from Ward. Takes one high for ball 1. One-0 pitch from Ward. Johnson Hit to the shortstop, Bull. Bull over to Chinooks at second. We'll throw it to Benefield, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. 10 the top of the ninth, and when we come back, the Chinooks look to close out their first win of this season. The Chinooks hold a 4-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the ninth.
And now it's an important
Do we have
time
a
because
game
I
on
need
fire?
number 5,
Bottom of the
Brandon
ninth.
Chinooks.
Chinooks up 4-3. Brandon Chinooks. This crowd is loud.
They're getting into it here at Herman Brothers Field. All 914 of them.
Smith throws that one in. Scott Smith, the big 6'7", 235 right-hander, on the mound once again. The Chinooks looking to close this thing out and put the Chinooks officially in the win column and get a traditional win. There's a foul tip. The Chinook dugout for a quick 0-2 hole. Atop of the order, Quinn Cotton on deck for the Matsu Miners, who are down 4-3 here. Scott Smith has been dominant so far, looking to keep that up. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Rojas keeps that ball in front of him. Has to throw over to first. One away. The bottom of the ninth, 2 outs from completing the win here and giving the Miners their second
All
loss
right,
so
my
far
friends,
this
get
season.
loud for your left fielder, number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Quinn Cotton up to bat now.
One
We
more
see some
time,
action
come
going on for the
fans. Let me hear
Chinooks
it for
down
Quinn
the
Cotton.
This stadium's getting loud in their support of their Miners. 1 out. Scott Smith on the mound. 4-3 lead. It's Cotton fouls that one to right. And as I was saying, some bullpen action for the Chinooks. I don't think that's anything to say Smith is going to be out of this game soon. I think it's what it's saying is if Smith,
In the event of.
in the event of maybe Smith allows a base runner, Chris Beck's going to get out there. That ball's ripped down right field line, and that ball sails right for a foul ball. And an 0-2 hole now for Smith, but hopefully Chris Beck does not need to go his bullpen.
Probably just a precautionary thing on the behalf of the coaches here.
Smart, because you always want to play it safe. 0-2 hole. Cotton's going to feel that, and Smith extends his sole 6'7" arm for a ground on the Chinooks. 1 away here from beating the
All
Matsu
right, straight
Miners.
to the plate, your shortstop, number
Austin
15,
last hope.
Austin Bull.
For the Miners, and Scott Smith exits the
I know
mound,
you guys can get louder.
gets a breath.
Come on, let me hear it for Austin Bull.
And the Miners showing their fan support. The GCU shortstop, Smith. 1 out away, giving the Chinooks a save. Outside for ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 away here, bottom of the ninth. Bull watches that one in for ball 2. Justin Ammons on deck, hoping to get a chance to hit this inning to keep this game alive. 2-0 count, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Chinooks, 4-3 lead. Down low for ball 3, and Smith in danger of walking to put the Miners tying to run on base. 3-0 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the ninth. Smith in the windup and the pitch. In there for strike 1. Hitters count now. And a very tense dugout for the Chinooks as they really badly want this first win. Smith, 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Bull. And the Chinooks 1 strike away from beating the first place Matsu Miners. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. Smith takes a sign from Rojas. Smith, the windup and the pitch. That one's fouled. And we're going to have to do it all over again. Austin Bull, switch hitting shortstop from Grand Canyon. The last hope in this game for the Miners. As the Miners look to keep their loss column at just 1. 3-2 pitch from Smith. That one's fouled. Johnson and left's going to give chase, so that ball is going to sail foul into the Chinook bullpen. And once again, 3-2 count, 4-3 lead, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. With this win, the Chinooks would advance to 1-6, so that's what we're hoping for. 3-2 pitch, bottom of the ninth. 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. Last hope, Austin Bull on for the Miners. 3-2 pitch from Smith. And that's going to put the tying run on for the Miners as Smith misses on the outside, up high.
Now stepping to the plate for your Miners.
Justin Ammons.
Ninth, your center fielder, number 2, Justin Ammons.
He's going to come to the plate here. 2 away, bottom of the ninth. Tying run on first. And Ammons facing the 6'7" right-hander, and the Chinooks bullpen is going to get some action on again. But hopefully Smith does not need the help. 2 away, bottom of the ninth, 4-3. Miners has a runner on first. Justin Ammons up to the plate. Ammons takes that one low for ball 1. That Chinook bullpen going to get vamped up a little bit more. Bull takes the lead off first. Pitch. In there for strike 1. 1-1 pitch, 2 away, bottom of the ninth here. Goes over to Bull. As in this situation, it would be a little shocking, but not completely out of the ordinary to see Bull try to steal second. With 2 away to put the runner in scoring position. Justin Ammons, center fielder from Tennessee at the plate. 1-1 pitch from Smith. 4-3 lead, bottom of the ninth. Down low for ball 2. And with the speed that Bull possesses there on first, a hit down one of these lines or in the gap could tie this game, but we're going to knock on wood and hope for the opposite of that. Goes over to Bull again. Speaking of that speed, Smith knows the same on that mound. 2-1 pitch coming from the Savannah State right-hander. 2 away, bottom of the ninth. 4-3 lead for your Eagle River Chinooks. Smith, 2-1 pitch. Ammons going to hit that in the left, and Johnson is going to let that one bounce, and there's going to be 2 runners on for the Miners.
Top of morality in the valley, now batting for your Miners, catcher number 25.
Andy Thomas,
Andy
the catcher.
Thomas.
He's going to come to the plate with a chance to tie this game up with a single. And the winning run now, it stands at first. The tying run on second. Scott Smith got the first 2 guys out with ease. Has now struggled to find this third out here. 2 away, Austin Bull at second. Represents the tying run. Justin Ammons at first represents the winning and go-ahead run for the Miners. Pitch to Andy Thomas. Down low for ball one, and Ryan, if you're Chris Beck, what do you do right now?
At this point, maybe just go out and settle him down just a little bit. I mean, this is a high-stress situation, and at this point, it might help to either calm him down. I know that the bullpen's signaling that they're ready to go, and Coach Chris Beck gave him the one-pitch signal.
1-0 pitch from Smith. Is that a swing and a miss by Thomas? Now looking ahead, if this is a hit to the outfield, good arms out there, especially in right for Levi Gilcrease. So we saw a few days ago, rip one from right on no hops to get a runner trying to advance from second to third. 1-1 pitch, 2 away. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. Smith, 1-1 pitch. That ball is fouled to the left, and Scott Smith and the Chinooks 1 strike away, and the Miners down to their last strike here. Austin Bull again stands at second. Ammons at first. Single could potentially tie this game for the Miners. 4-3 lead for the Chinooks. Scott Smith on the mound. 1-2 pitch, 2 away. Bottom of the ninth. Chinooks 1 strike away. The pitch. That ball's going to be tapped. And that's going to be fielded by Smith, and that's a win for the Chinooks. And Scott Smith gets the save there. And that must feel awfully good
Our next game is
for
Saturday
the Chinooks
in Anchorage against the
as they
Angels.
take the 4-3 win in this contest
Make the trip,
to
support the
officially
Miners, and
be on the win board. And they're going to advance to
Palmer and Subway is not
2 and 5. And what a game by the Chinooks. Battled back from having a 2-run lead be surrendered and then battling back from a 3-2 deficit. We're going to take a short break, but we're going to have a post-game interview with today's player of the game, Luke Coffey. We'll be back in a minute.
And ladies and gentlemen, just stay tuned. Luke Coffey and Caleb Duarte are headed right back up to the press box. We'll be with you shortly.
And we're back, Chinook fans, with the player of the game, Luke Coffey. Luke, way to go. They'll take us. We won 4-3. How does the first win feel?
It feels good. We've been grinding out here, a lot of games, not much rest. Our pitching's been keeping us in it. So it's nice to get a few runs and support that and get the first dub.
Now, obviously, we want to talk about the home run. 3-2 game. The Chinooks just gave up the lead. Take us through that at bat. I don't want to dive into it and analyze it too much, but even we were saying on the way up here, you just felt more confident. Why was that, and how'd that feel?
Well, first of all the glory goes to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the reason I'm here. I don't know. I was just seeing the ball well against that guy and felt good. Just felt confident and just was fouling pitches off and got one I could handle with 2 strikes and just put a good short swing on it.
Definitely. How was the playing first tonight? We talked about that in this broadcast, going from third to first. How was that transition?
It was good. This field's not easy to field a ball on. Just there's a lot of rocks. So
Yeah,
it was a nice break almost. But it was good. First is fun. It's easy. Yeah.
Well, we think we handled it well, and we were actually talking. If Ryan, you want to talk about this, kind of getting that monkey off the back, would you say?
Yeah, it does. It's nice to today's win is always nice, but it was more mental than anything else.
Definitely. Yeah. It's good to get that first one out of the way. Get it going a little bit.
Now, speaking of monkeys off the back, a rumor spread. Was there a monkey in the dugout?
There was. Yeah, we actually brought a rally monkey out. We brought a rally chicken out. Yeah, we pulled out all
Anything
the
to get a
stops.
win
Yeah.
for you guys out there. Man, rally chickens, rally home runs, rally anything. Well, Luke, I want to thank you for coming up, and thank you for doing what you do out there. And if you don't mind, do you kind of for our fans, do you have a verse or anything that kind of you live by, or a favorite verse or anything?
Let's see. Jeremiah 29:11 is a good one. God's got everything.
Yes, he
planned,
does.
and,
Yes, he does.
good one.
Well, Luke, we want to thank you, and fans, that's going to do it for us. Chinooks win 4-3 thanks to this guy having a home run to tie things up, and playing good first base, so we'll be seeing hopefully more home runs, right?
Hopefully.
No, we will be seeing more home runs.
Just good short swings.
Good short swings, good short swings. Well, for Ryan Beck, I'm Caleb Duarte. This is Luke Coffey. Today's player of the game. We'll be back tomorrow. Just really fast. How do you like that home stadium we have?
It's nice. It's
Better view, right?
Oh yeah.
Way
Beautiful
better
view.
view.
Nice turf.
We'll be out there tomorrow facing the Pilots at 7 o'clock at Lee Jordan Field. So, Ryan, any last word?
Nope. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Luke, any last word? Play ball. Thanks for joining us tonight. God bless.